Hi everyone, I hope that all of you are doing really great. So in today's video we are going to start with building a podcast streaming application, and it is going to be a full stack application based on MERN stack. So basically we will be using MongoDB as our database, then React.js for our front end, and Express and Node.js for our backend with JavaScript. So I hope in today's video you guys will be learning a lot of new things that you don't know, and it is a full-fledged video, starting from styling the things and all the part I will be showing you in detail explanation. So there will be basically two parts. First part will be the front end, the full front end of the podcast streaming application, and then the back end and the integration of the back end with the application. So without wasting any time, let's get started with our video. So first of all, let's go through with the podcast streaming application once. So I have hosted this application already, so you can see this is our podcast streaming application, which is fully functional. Like you can see most popular, then you can see comedy, news, crime, and all those things. Then you can also visit show all, and all the most popular will be shown here. Now let us start with the basic. If you want to watch a podcast, first say this is a video, right? So there are 2 episodes, someone has uploaded this thing. So if we play this one, you will see that video is going to be played, and also the sound will be coming and the thing will work. Then to go to the next episode, there are 2 episodes, so we can click on next and it will automatically move to the next episode basically. Or you can say next, then this is the last episode, then we can go to previous one, and this is the first episode. Now also we can come into a place and we can say reload this one. Then you will see that the whole application reloads with the same position and the time frame that we have stopped basically. So if we play again, so it will be starting from that only. So this is an additional feature. So how we are implementing this thing, we will learn through this video basically, all these stuffs. Okay, and there are this podcast application page. We can also do favorite, but for doing that we have to log in basically. So we can do Google authentication. I am continuing with my account. So let's see. So it is showing that user already exists with email and password, so we can't do. So I have an email registered. Okay, so let's try. So wrong password. Okay, so we can also do forget password basically. So I will give my email ID. Also you can create your account, full name, email ID, password, but I already have, so I will do sign in. Now I have forgot my password, so let us do with now let's do it. So it will be sending an OTP to my mail ID. So let's open my mail ID. Let me see that. Yeah, so you can see that pod stream, this has came, right? So OTP, let us copy this OTP and let us paste it here, and then let's submit it. Okay, so you can see that it has updated my password. So now basically what I can do is I can okay, so now you can see basically I have successfully logged in, so message will be coming, and now I can simply favorite this thing, right? And also you can search any of the podcast, and there are different some of the frames, or you can say categories, in which the podcasts are divided also. So for business, we can see some business podcast. Then you can also manually search any of the podcast. Let me see one podcast, and let us try to search this one. So I will start with Simple Cane. You can search here Simple Cane. Okay, so basically the podcast searching feature is also available, so you can search and you can see its episode, who has uploaded it, how many views, how much means when he or she has uploaded that one, right? So basically let's we can then play all this thing.
Hi guys, this is the
right? So also if you have logged in your account, you can see your profile. So how many uploaded videos you have, how many favorites you have made. So I have made this one, recently favorited this one, so you can see that it is reflecting basically, right? The view is also, count is also increasing. So here is also favorites tab, so you can see all the favorites. If you want, you can simply remove that thing, right? So now next time if you come in favorite, you will see that it is removed. Then also if you want, you are a creator, then you can upload basically any of the podcast. So you have to browse the image, the podcast name, description, tags, audio, selected category, and then in the next you have to upload the podcast episodes basically. So that thing is also available. Then light mode, dark mode is available, so you can see both the theme looks pretty much good. So this is pretty much about my podcast streaming application. So I will just get started with this, building this whole thing. I hope you guys will enjoy the full podcast streaming application. And in the whole YouTube, I have not seen this application anyone has made any video out of that, and many of you are requesting me to make a video of the whole structure. So let's get started with building this podcast streaming application basically. So I will open my folder. So this is my YouTube folder. So the first thing that I will do here is I will be creating an application. So first thing is creating a folder, that is I will name it podstream, because we are creating the application name podstream, right? Podstream. Now I will open this one with my VS Code basically. Okay, so I have opened this application, means the blank folder with VS Code. Now I will open my terminal. So first and foremost, as I told you, that I will be, let me increase the font a little bit so it will be visible, right? Yeah, so the first thing that we are going to do here is we will be building our front end basically, right? So for creating the front end, what we will do is we are going to use React. So I hope that you guys have installed NodeJs and set up in your system, or if you have not done that, you can see my videos on setting up React.js or Node.js in your system to get started. So let's now begin with, I'm not showing in this video about that, you can watch my videos. And one more thing, if you are liking my videos, you can subscribe my channel, right? So yeah, let's get started. So basically first thing we are going to do here is we will be creating a React application. So to create any React application, we have a simple command, that is npx create React app and then our app name. So now as we are going to have our front end and back end both basically monster, so we are not going to name our React app as podstream. We will basically name it as client, and our backend we will name it as server, and our root folder is podstream basically, right? So we will write here client, hit enter, and then it will automatically start processing and creating your React app. So let's wait for a few minutes and let it get completed. So it is almost done. Okay, so you can see now it is almost done, right? So it is showing that you can do cd client and you can do npm start, and here we can see a client folder, and inside that we have all the packages basically, right? Now let's just run our client application and let's just see. So I will do cd client, the basic functionality of React, like how we run it, and then npm start. So this is the start command to start a React application, right? So let's just see, we can open here also. Okay, so by default it has opened, right? So localhost 3000, we are running our application, so it will take a little bit of time for compilation. So you can see that it is coming, right? So now let me do one thing, let me adjust my screen. So okay, so I am having two tabs. Let us merge this both, and then I will do one thing, I will simply divide the screen in two sections basically. Okay, perfect, right? So now both the things are visible actually, right? Let's migrate here to dashboard basically. Okay, so you can see it is also responsive, our application is also responsive. So we are basically in the blank activity currently, right? So now first of all, let's do one thing. We will be creating okay, so now the next thing that comes here out is clearing all the folders and packages, right? So we don't need app.css. I will remove that one. Then we don't need the test, then I don't need the logo, then setup, and this. Okay, so I have removed all these things. In SRC we need only app.js, so here we don't need this both. And in the dev also I will remove the whole thing, and I will write simply, I will write pod stream, and I will clear all these things. Here also in body I don't need these things. I have cleared that. Then I don't need this part, and I will remove this. And index.css I have already removed, so done. So now basically our React app is now set up, is complete. So you can see in the right side that we are having pod stream. Sorry, the s is missing, no issue. Okay, so pod stream, right? So you can see it is reflecting. Okay, so now we have cleared all the structures basically. Okay, so now the next part that we are going to do here is we will be installing some of the dependencies. Now why we are going to install the dependencies? Because there are many things like styling. So first of all, we will be using style components for styling our whole thing, means creating our front end basically. Then we need material icons, MUI icons, so I will be importing that. So basically for this a whole lot of packages, the whole thing that will be needed, I will simply copy that and I will paste it, right? And I will be providing you with the whole thing, so I am pasting it here, the whole package. Okay, so basically you can see the whole package list has came. I have pasted that, right? Now the next thing in the package.json I have pasted that, right? And let us clear the rest of the things. Yeah, so now the next thing is installing all of them, right? So we will need all these things, so let's just install them one by one. So to install that, open your terminal, you can go in a new tab and you can simply write npm I, right, and hit enter. Okay, so basically we have to go in our client folder. We are in pod stream. Now I will do cd client, and then we will do npm I, and you can hit enter. Let me make this small. Okay, so you can see it is working, right? So let's just wait pretty much, and till this one is being done, let us do one thing. I will be having a utility folder like where some of the datas and our themes with the colors and all that stored. I will upload them. You can simply go and copy paste that one. So I will just open our pod stream application. Okay, so here in the pod stream folder in the client you can see src. So basically in this src we will be having a utils folder. So I have pasted this one, right? So you can see here also that the utils folder having some of the datas like different categories and their images that I have shown you. So basically that is data.json, means data.js. I have created a file and put that, and also like we have two themes, dark theme and the light theme. So I will provide you with this, don't worry, I will provide you so you can use it. Okay, in the meanwhile you can see that all the packages that we need are installed, right? So let us delete this one. So yeah, okay, so all these packages that we need, that is being installed. So our package.json is done, our utility folder has been arrived, our app.js is also present, index.css and index.js, right? Now basically what we are going to do is we will be needing some of the fonts and all. So basically that is being required in the index.css. I will paste that, sorry. Okay, so basically I will simply paste the whole thing that we need. So like we have a font that is Poppins, so I have imported that one, and some of the scroll behavior, then padding and margin I have removed them, and the scroll bar I have modified. So you can simply paste this is very simple CSS. Okay, so I've done that one, that is also done. And the next thing that we require is we will go in the we have to set up basically our git specially, right? Because as you can see that if we come in the client, so we have a .git file and we have a git ignore and readme file, right? So in React basically all these things are provided by default. But what we are going to do here is, like in GitHub, we will be pushing the pod stream folder basically, not the client only, because we will be having our backend also, right? So do one thing, simply just copy, you can see, like cut all these 3 folders and come in the pod stream, and we don't need this package.log.json here, and you can simply paste it here. Okay, and readme we don't need. We are needing 2 files, gitignore and git. Now you can see that here also, like gitignore has been in the means moved in the pod stream folder. Now here you can see in the client, node modules are not being highlighted because gitignore is present here also. We have to like cut it from there. Yeah, so let's delete these things. Okay, done. So this part is done. Now you can see that node modules is under client, then node module. So we have to do one more thing again, like we have to do here client also / client. Okay, so the node modules will be ignored. Now it is being ignored, you can see. Okay, so this is done basically. Now let us do one thing. We have to reopen this thing basically. To you can see, like now in Git there are some problems, so we have to reopen this. Done basically. So now you can see that the things are perfectly working, node modules is being ignored and rest of the things are present, right? So we are having a utils folder, as I told you. Then there we have data and themes. So now the first thing, if you come in the pod stream, let me show you. So let us try to understand the basic layout, like how we are going to work actually. And before that, let us implement the themes part, then we will understand the layout part, right? Okay, let us minimize this little. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now for the themes part, we have other folders also that are needed. So let us create the folders one by one. So first folder are like components, then we will be having pages, like where we will store all the pages of the application, like dashboard, profile and all those things. Then we have the images folder, so I will keep that images basically. Done. Now we are having all these folders, but these are empty as we need it, so I have created these folders basically. Components, we will keep all the components. Images, we will keep the images that we require, and in pages, all the pages that are being present, right? So this thing is done. Now let's just jump into the app.js and let's just start with the theming basically. So first, to do with the theme, I will be having 2 hooks. So I am commenting here hooks. So I will be having a use state hook. Let us name it const dark mode and set dark mode. So this is basically a hook, React hook, which is being done by use state. My S is little bit let me do one thing. Yeah, so yeah, so what is use state? So we have to import that one, use state. Let us do one thing, let us import use state. Import use state from React basically, right? So we are importing from React. So this is basically a hook. So we have dark mode and set dark mode, right? Then what we will do here is we are using style component. So I will import style component. Style components. So style is being imported from style components, right? Now let us change the name of this div, as in style component. We can create our own component, naming them, like say I can name this container basically, right? Container, but actually container doesn't exist in HTML. So but using the style component, what I will do here is I will create a const container, right? And what is a container? So basically it is a styled div, right? So I will write styled.div, right? And then inside this we can write our CSS. Basically like similarly like CSS, we have to make some modifications to perform the CSS, right? Okay, so this part is done. Our dark mode and set dark mode is done. Now as you can see, like in the utils, in the themes, we have the two themes, dark theme and light theme, basically, right? So let us import that also to perform our theme. So I will import light theme comma dark theme, right? So both the themes are being imported from utils/themes, right? Now the next thing that we will require here is for theming purpose, we are using the style components only. So first of all, in the return, let's give a bracket and then make the structure correct actually. Okay, yeah. Now for theming, we have theme provider, which is again imported from style components. So you can see theme provider from style components. So now in this theme provider, you have to pass the theme, basically like which theme you want, basically. So we can simply pass like dark theme for of now, dark mode, not dark mode, sorry, dark theme. Okay, and in this theme provider I will wrap this container, basically. Okay, so now what this whole thing means, let us jump here. Yeah, so what this whole thing means, like we have theme provider and I have wrapped the container with this theme provider, and in the theme we have passed dark mode, basically, right? Now here in the any of the style components or say inline CSS, you can access this theme, right? So you can simply access the theme throughout the application where you have wrapped it. So like say for background, if I want to do a background, like say background, so I can just simply call the theme. So how to do that? So I will have the dollar and then curly bracket, then I will have the arrow function for the theme. I will be taking the theme as the parameter which we can access, and then I will write theme.bg. So what is theme.bg? In the theme.js you can see we have the bg for background color, right? So I have done that. So for of now you can see that theme.bg is present, and now let us see this thing. Like I have made the background theme.bg, and let us give it a width and height with 100%. Height, let's give it 100 VH. Perfect. Now let us save this and let us reload this once. So okay, sorry, so I forgot to rerun the whole thing. So what I have to do is I have to do npm start. Okay, sorry, cd client, then npm start. Yeah, so you can see now it is coming. So let us see like what are the changes that have been made. So I am basically using the dark theme, and I have made the background from this theme.js, right? So here are some errors that have been coming. Okay, I guess like this error is coming because of use state might be. Yeah, so basically this is coming off use state. Now use state is basically a module from the React, so we have to import it like in curly braces, and you can see that our background is coming like this, basically, right? So this is done. Okay, now you can see a border is coming, so I have to update the like I have to add index.css. I have removed that one from the index style. I will simply import dot so basically index.css, I have to import that thing, right? So I will simply write dot slash index.css, and let's now do one thing. Yeah, so now you can see that index.css is now functional. Now it has take the full width and height, no padding and margin are present, right? So I guess the theme part is clear. Now if I change simply this theme to light mode, light theme, so what you will see here is it is coming white, right? So basically this is how the theme works. Yeah, so let me go through again. it's very simple. So I am using style component to create our own component. Then for theming, like the colors and all, we have the theme provider where we are passing the themes that we have already been created, like light theme and dark theme, and then throughout the application we can access like this simply. Okay, so what is the use of this use hook then? So basically, like here we have to make a condition, like in theme we will check dark mode, and if it is true, so I have used the ternary operator. If it is true, then I will simply pass dark theme, and if it is not true, then I will pass light theme, right? So let us reload. Okay, so basically you can see it is now done. Now if I change it to false, then you can see it is white, right? So let us make it true only. Okay, so this thing is working perfectly fine. So our themes part is clear, I guess, right? Alright, so we are done with our theming part and our basic simply styling this thing, right? Now the important part is like we have to see the layout, how we are going to build this, right? So if you see our pod stream application, so now let's just go through it, how the whole thing look like. So basically you can see, so our full screen, it is being primarily divided into two parts. First part is this menu, right? And the second part is the whole left side, you can say. So on the left side you can see there is a menu, and on the right side you can see the whole structure is present. So primarily it is being divided into two parts, that is the sidebar menu and the whole thing. And then this whole thing is being divided into two parts. First one is this navbar and our rest of the part, which is scrollable, you can see. So like if you change any of the screen, this navbar and this sidebar is constant, right? So you can change anything, but this thing is constant. So you can see like how the screen is being divided. I think now it is clear, like how the structure is being basically created in this. So first basically we have to divide the screen in two parts, that is the sidebar and the whole thing. Then again we have to divide the rest in two parts, the right side in two parts, that is navbar and the pages basically. Okay, so inside the loader we are having our pages, right? So let's just begin with the sidebar first, right? So I will again minimize this thing and let's just begin with the sidebar. Okay, so in our components, what I will do here is I will create a let us move to this one. Yeah, so in our components I will create a new file, that is sidebar.jsx basically, right? Now let us have this sidebar part, like what are in this sidebar, right? So basic thing I will do here is rfce and sidebar. Okay, and now I will call this sidebar instead of pod stream. So pod stream will be present, but I will add one more thing, sidebar. Yeah, so it is imported. Okay, so in the container you can see two parts, sidebar and pod stream. You can see sidebar and pod stream, but this thing is coming vertically basically, right? But we want this horizontally because column row wise basically, right? We want to make this left and right, not up and downward. So for that we have to make some changes in the container. So I will write here display and I will get flex. Okay, so now you can see both the things have came side by side, or you can say left, right, sidebar and pod stream. Okay, so also you can add like we don't need that. Okay, so this is done, and let us do one thing, like I don't need like the overflow, so I will simply write overflow x hidden overflow y hidden, right? So x and y overflow I have made them hidden. Okay, so this will not be scrolling in those direction basically. Done. Okay, this thing is done. So our container is basically done. It is being divided into two parts, sidebar and pod stream now. Okay, so now just let's begin with sidebar. So in sidebar, if you open this sidebar, you can see like what are the features that we are having. So first feature, that means the first item that we have here is our logo. Then we have different menu items, right? So let's just go for it. Okay, so the first thing in the sidebar, what we are going to do here is I will add a, instead of div, I will name this say menu container. okay, and I will be using style components. So let's just do it like this, style dot what is it, div. Okay, now menu container, then what will be present in this menu container, let us decide that. Logo, right? Basically we are having logo, so I will have the logo, and there will also be a close icon, basically this close icon. So I will have a close, and I will, in the close I will basically have my MUI icon, that is close rounded, you can say it. So but this I have to import from MUI, okay. And the next that is going to be present here is elements, right? So I will name them elements, like basically this dashboard, search and all this. So elements, and in elements first thing that will be present is a icon, and then the name of the element, right? So for say home rounded, the icon name, and then we will be having the text. I will name it nav text dashboard, okay. And this will be a simply a link, because like whenever we click our route changes, so I will be using a link, okay. So I will do that later. First let's just create this whole thing, okay. So menu container I have, then I have other const, that is logo. Yeah, so logo we are having, and nav logo, let us just do it later. So okay, let's just do it logo, so it will be same, style dot div. Then we are having close, then we are having elements, same thing, the style dot div, and we are having nav text, right? Okay, so we are having all these things, right? So we will import the close, rounded and all this, basically MUI icons, right? Okay, so now basically like these two icons like home, rounded and this thing you can simply import. So let's do one thing. So I will make a curly bracket, home rounded, from this will be coming from MUI, this one icons material, basically, right? So we are having home rounded and close rounded, okay. Let's just look into this once. If we reload, what is going to come, let's just see once. There might be some errors, it is compiling, so let's just wait till it compiles. Okay, it is now compiled, okay. So now you can see basically like the close and home and dashboard, all these things are coming, right? So now the simply things like we have to do is we have to add the styles here and we have to modify this, right? Okay, so basically in logo we are having pod stream, okay, right? Okay, done. So now let's just get started with menu container, basically, like which is the main part. So menu container, so let's start styling, okay. So the first thing that we will be having here is I will make its flex 0.5, because if you see, like it is taking only some portion of the screen basically. Now you can see that this pod stream that we have in our app.js is being shifted to some part of the screen basically, right? So this is the basically flex. So we have a fixed flex of 0.5. then we will have the flex direction. I will make it column, flex direction column. Then I will set its height 100 ph, and then I will make it display. I will make it flex. Okay, display I will make it flex, and I will align. Okay, all of them are aligned at start only, so I will give it a background color basically to specify the whole thing. So I will have a background color I will give. If I now save it, you can see, let us just wait. Okay, so we are having theme, background color. Okay, let us reload and see. Okay, the next thing that we will be having here is let us add the color. Same thing, the same way. Okay, so let us update the color to text primary. Okay, so you can see that color is visible now, white. All these things are coming white, right? So okay, so this part is basically done. Let us do one thing. So we have to add a transition and make it responsive basically. So for that I am adding this simple code. So like when its max width is so like this, so its position will be fixed, and its z index I have gave and with 100% and max with this one, and I will set menu open. Like by default I have made it not true. Okay, so you can see now this is not visible. So let me comment this out. I will do it later. For of now, let's just comment this thing. Okay, so now it is visible. Okay, now the first thing that comes out here is let's start with the, you can do the logo. Okay, so in logo we are having color. I will give theme dot primary, not text primary. I want it only primary. So then you can see now the color is being changed. Then I will add display flex, then align center, then justify content center. And one more thing that we need here is I will keep a gap with the close. So 6 pixel I will give a gap, and then font weight bold, font size 20 pixel will be perfect, and I will give a margin 16 pixel by 0 pixel. Okay, so this thing is pretty much good. It looks similar, the text is now similar, right? So we are having a logo. I will do that thing, and before that thing we are having a close, right? So now these two things you can understand, like these are at the same level. So I will simply add a flex. I will create a new component flex, and I will put both of them at in the flex, right? So now let us just make a flex. Okay, so in this flex let us do one thing, display flex and flex direction. Okay, so now you can see that both the things are coming, and we have to add these two things also, justify content, you can paste it here. Okay, so now you can see it is being aligned perfectly, and we need here also basically so it will be aligned accordingly. Okay, so this is done basically. And in the close, let us modify. So by default close is not visible, it is only visible like when it width is like under 1000 this pixel, right? So by default it is not going to be visible. Okay, so this is visible now. If we enlarge, it is not visible. Okay, so this is done basically. Now the next thing that we have is element and nav elements, right? So nav elements, basically what we have here is the nav text, right? So in nav text we have a very simple style. So if we see in the nav style, very simple basically, right? So we have simply a padding actually. So I will give it a padding of say 12 pixel by 0 pixel. Done. Now the main thing come here is our styling the element. Okay, so here we will give a padding, again a padding of 4 pixel by 16 pixel. Then I will make it display flex. Then I will have flex direction, I will have it row. And the next thing is I will justify content. I will give it flex start, align items center. Okay, so these are now I guess aligned center. And I will give it a gap, I will give it a gap of 12 pixel, and cursor will be pointer whenever someone hovers over this. So now you can see like it is text, now it is like pointer. And I will give it a color, so text secondary basically. So I will just give it here a color of say text secondary. And next thing, its width will be 100%. And on hover I will be having simply a background, like whenever we hover you can see here in this one, so it is having a background color. So I will add a hover. Okay, so now you can see this is coming perfectly, right? So this is perfect actually. Okay, now our logo is left, and this cross item we have to align that one, right? So let us do one thing. For this cross, let us make its logo, let's make its width 100%. Okay, now it is aligned perfectly. And one more thing, we have to add a logo, right? So basically I will simply do one thing. I will copy the images folder, so I will provide you with the image. So basically I am having two images. I am pasting it directly. One is Google and one is the logo. So we can simply import the logo. // images / what is the name, logo, not png. Perfect. And we can have an image component, and we can simply have our image basically. So I will name it image like this. Okay, so logo image, this is being imported. Now let us make a style component, const image. So in image I will simply just mention a height. Let's give it 40 pixel. It will look perfect then. Okay, now let's just reload and see. Okay, so basically I have made some mistake, I guess. Let us see. Image. Okay, basically okay, I got it. Okay, so this won't be a div, this is the image. Now I think this should come. Yeah, okay, now it is perfectly coming. So you can see pod stream, the cross logo, and dashboard is coming, right? So now basically like this we will have all our elements that are present. Okay, so we are done with the dashboard. So we have added one item, right? So similarly we can add other items like that are present. You can see like search, favorites, and we have a horizontal bar, and then upload, logout, all these things, right? So one thing we can do is we can write the same thing multiple times, or we can simply do one thing, we can map them basically, right? So before mapping, I will be mapping the thing so it will be easier to understand. So before mapping the whole thing, I will do one thing, like basically if you click on this dashboard, nothing will happen basically, right? So this will be basically a link item. So to do that thing, basically we will be requiring link. So what I will do here is I will wrap this element with link. Okay, so link is basically used basically like it is being used basically for creating routes, like for navigating. Okay, so we can use nav link, or you can use simple link also, right? So I will be using simple link here. Okay, so link, and I will wrap the whole element, okay, inside this one. Okay, and in this link I will simply add like where I will pass. So I will pass only a single slash, that is basically our dashboard or our home. So I have to import this thing. So this will be imported from what is going to be imported from React router DOM. Let us import that thing. So I will import link from React router DOM. Okay, so done. Now if you click on this, it is showing link is not defined or something. Let us reload this thing. Okay, so the error is coming, right? Basically you can see, so this thing is basically while we are using React router DOM, so we should wrap our whole entire thing basically with browser router, because to support the routing features, right? So for that purpose we don't have any browser router also throughout our application. So for that purpose it is giving error, because we can't use link without any browser router, right? So for that purpose in our app.js I will be using browser router, means I will wrap the whole container, that is our whole thing, in browser router. Okay, so it is also it also comes from the same package, that is React router DOM. So I will simply paste this one. Okay, so now if you refresh, you can see it is now working perfectly. Okay, now here you can see that one underline is coming in dashboard. Okay, so let us modify this one. So in nav text we can do one thing, text decoration none, text. Okay, let us see. Okay. We can do this thing. Okay, so we are going to deal with this later. First let us just do one thing. We will be having other links also, right? So like for dashboard, search, favorites. Okay, so let us do one thing, let us create an array basically which we are going to use. So I will create a const menu items. It is going to be an array of objects. So first object will be link, the first item will be link, that is I will simple slash, then its name will be say dashboard, and the other thing is icon, right? So icon, we can simply do one thing, we can copy paste this item here. Okay, so done. So this is one object we are having in the array. So similarly we are having, let us count, 1 2 3 4 5 more objects we are going to have. 2 3 4 5. Okay, so we are going for search, then we have favorites, then we have upload, and we have light mode. Okay, and we have a logout. Okay, sorry, logout, light mode, upload favorites. Okay, so icon we have to update. So for search I will do search rounded, favorite I will do favorite rounded, upload rounded, and then light mode rounded, and logout. Okay, logout rounded. Okay, so all these things are done. So let us just add favorites. For favorite I will have, we can simply just copy this and make this small cap. Okay, now there are some other functionality like say light mode, or say logout, or say upload. These three are buttons actually. So in that case we will not have any link, so I will just simply cut this out. Okay, and I will do one thing. I will create another array const button, and it will have the same functionality basically, but in a different manner. Instead of link I will write the function. Okay, and in function, for of now I will simply create an arrow function, and I will do console.log upload. Okay, so I will give a simple string. Okay, so basically I will add this thing. So because these are buttons, so for that we will be having a simple function. Okay, so I guess this is now a little bit clear. So we are having 3 menu items: dashboard, search, and favorite, and 3 buttons: upload, light mode, and logout. Okay, so now let's get started with this one. So first thing that we have to do is we will be mapping this thing. So we are having the array items, means we are having the object in the array. So I will map this menu items. So I will be having, means I will be getting 3 items when I will map this whole. Okay, so let's just map this thing: menu items dot map dot push dot map. Okay, so it will be an arrow function. I will write item, and then I will simply map this thing. So I will simply just cut from this link and I will paste it here. Okay, let us move here. Okay, so if we just reload this thing, you can see 3 times dashboard is only coming because we have 3 items, but we have to update this one, right? So instead of dashboard, what we will do here is item, that is our object, then we have the name basically, right? So item dot name. Okay, then for 2 I will have item dot link, and this one I will simply cut home rounded, and I will simply do item dot icon. Okay, so that's it. So you can see dashboard, search, favorites all are being mapped with their icons. So it is now pretty much similar. So what you are seeing, so only this underline is coming. So I will modify this thing. Let me see. For elements we can do one thing: text decoration none, and I will make it important. Let us see if it goes. Still coming. Let me modify here also. Let us see now. Update this. Let us just go with the flow. So let's just do with the other things basically. So I have mapped the menu items. Then as you can see here, we have a underline basically, or we can say separator. So let's just make the separator. So I will name it horizontal HR basically. Okay, so for the separator, what we have here is we can write our own style component. Const HR equals to style.dev. Then let's just create the style. So I will give it with 100%. Okay, and its height will be 1 pixel, and its background color, so I will copy it from here. Okay, So it's background color, I will be giving text secondary. Yeah, text secondary. And anything else, let us give some padding at the top and bottom to separate it from the items, right? So I will give a padding of 0 pixel by 16 pixel. Okay, so it is now separated a little bit, and it's with okay, so instead of padding, let us give me one thing. I will give margin. Sorry, I did a mistake. So it will be margin. Margin, and it is going to be 10 pixel and 0 pixel. Let me increase the font a little bit. Okay, I guess now it is clear. Okay, yeah, so its margin is 10 pixel. Okay, so if you can see, there is a separation space. Let's just reload it once and see. Okay, so the space is coming perfectly, right? And let us do one thing for this element. I will remove this 100%. Yeah, so now it is perfect. Okay, coming accordingly, right? So now it's time for the buttons to map them. So I will simply copy paste the same thing. So let us just do one thing. Okay, so but now instead of, it will be after the horizontal bar. So I will now give buttons, then I will map them. So upload, light mode, logout, but instead of link, I will remove the link part basically, and I will simply add a on click functionality for the elements. And in this on click, we will call the arrow function, that is going to be item dot function. Okay, so basically now in this case, if you click on any of them, so you can do one thing. Let me show you in the console. Okay, so basically, like say if upload is being clicked, so go in the console. Okay, so this is not working. Let me check it once. Function, arrow function. Okay, no issue. So let us reload this one. Okay, so now if you click on any of them, you can see the same thing is upload is coming, because for all of them we have the same thing, console.log, right? So menu bar is like now pretty much working fine, I guess. Okay, so let's just move with one more thing, that is this underline part. So let me fix this thing. So basically, like to handle this thing, we can have our inline also. So I will write inline CSS for this link, and I will add text decoration. I will give it none. Okay, so now if we see, now let us see if I reload. Yeah, so now the underlines have been moved, and if you click on any of them, so like let us see the routes are working or not. So for dashboard it is nothing, then for search it is going for search, favorites, upload, and these buttons are also working. I shown you, right? So now pretty much our menu bar is working. So for this cross and this thing, I will show you how we are going to deal with that basically. Okay, so for of now, let's jump into the app.js. So we can see that we are unable to differentiate the background color and all. So now it's time for creating the other section. So as I told you, like you know that we have already divided in this part. So the next part we are going to divide is this frame into two different parts, Navbar and this main screen pages, right? So let's just go for it. So for that, let us do one thing. I will add a frame. I will name a component frame, and that I will have a navbar and pod stream basically, right? So let us first design this frame. So I will write a frame const equals to style div, right? And So what is its feature? So I will give it same thing, display flex, but in this case it's flex direction will be column, and I will give it a flex of 3. Okay, so I guess this is done pretty much. Let's just see once if we reload. Acha, okay, frame, I have named it a little bit wrong. So okay, now I guess it should work. Okay, now frame is working, right? So for this whole container I will give it a background. Let us do one thing. I will give it bg light. Okay, so it will be differentiable. Okay, so now you can see that it is differentiable. So our sidebar is this one, and we have the right side, right? Okay, so this is pretty much good, but still one thing we have to fix is basically that like when our screen is size is small, we have to make this responsive. So I don't want to show this, right? So I will do one thing. Basically I will create a new hook basically for showing this menu bar. Okay, so I have created a new hook, menu open and set menu open, right? And now I will try to pass this one basically. For that case, for sidebar we will pass some props like set menu open, and I will pass this whole thing, set menu open. Then we have set dark mode, because we are changing the mode from here also. So I will pass set dark mode, and the thing is dark mode. Dark mode. So we are passing 3 props for of now. So menu open, dark mode, and this. So I will copy it from here, and in sidebar what I will do here is I will take it here directly. Okay, so let us do one thing. Let us remove this equal to's and simply add some commas, semicolons, commas. Done, right? So we are having these things. Okay, why error? Okay, let us just see. Okay, so for of now, this function to make the light and dark mode compatible, let's reload and see if error is gone. Okay, some error is coming, right? Why the error is coming? Okay, set dark mode name clash. Okay, got it. So I have made error, so it will be dark mode. Yeah, so done. Okay, now what I will do here is for setting up the dark mode, let us do one thing. First of all, let me add this both array inside this, so we can access them, the dark mode and all, right? Now for this function light mode, what I will do here is I will simply change the mode. So my logic will be set dark mode, and I will add dark mode. Now I will simply add a not. So what this basically means, like say suppose our dark mode is true for of now. So whenever the function means the button has been clicked, what will happen here is the dark mode will be changed to light mode. So if it is true, it will be set with false basically. Okay, you can see. So this thing is working, but this thing is not working, the icon and the text. I need to change this text, right? So here also I will do one thing. I will keep a condition for of now. Say if it is dark mode, then I will add a question mark, or not if not. Okay, so basically like this we will be adding, but we can do one thing, we can remove these brackets. Now it is fine, right? So you can see. Okay, so let us reload once and let's just see. So it is dark mode, so it is coming light mode, and when it is light mode, it is showing dark mode, right? So icon also we have to change. So for this icon also the same thing goes, like we will add a ternary condition, and I will change the icon if it is in light mode. So I will do dark mode rounded. Done. And let's reload. Light mode, dark mode, right? So you can see the icon is also changing. So basically like this we are going to make this functional. Upload part we will do it later, logout also we will do it later. Okay, so dark light mode is done, but for of now it is temporary. I will make it permanent and I will show you how to make that. Okay, so this part is done. Now let's make this sidebar responsive basically. So to make this one responsive, there is very simple procedure. So what I will do here is, let us come to the main part that I commented out here, right? So here you can see that I am having a condition of media max width, that is to make responsive, right? So when this one is coming, so what I have done here is position fixed. I have made its position fixed because it is going to be overlaid, right? And I have made it Z index also 1000, so it will be over the top of the other things. On width is 100%, max width I have given 250 pixel, and from the left I have given 0 or minus 1000 on the basis of menu open. Like say if I click on this button, then menu will be opened and this is going to have a Z index of 0. Sorry, the left position 0. Okay, and if it is being crossed, then it will be hidden. So I have given minus 100%. Okay, and the transition is being added. Okay, so I have explained this one, so you can simply add this thing. So I will uncomment this one for of now, and I will just reload. Sorry, not this one. Okay, so you can see that it is now hidden basically, right? So one thing I have to pass here is that thing. In this menu container I have to pass set menu open so that we can access it. So I will pass the set menu open in this menu container. Set menu open, I have passed it. Okay, and what else do we have? I will add the close functionality, no worries. Set menu open. Okay, so by default it is open, right? So if I click on cross, nothing is going to happen. But suppose from here if I say make it false, so you will see it is hidden. Set menu open is false. Okay, so I did one mistake. Set menu open, what will happen here is menu open, I have to pass menu open. Okay, set menu open is a function, so I have to add a menu open here, and I will pass it to, and in app.js I have to pass it. Okay, before set menu open. Okay, now if we reload, menu open is false. Okay, so it is not present. If I make it true, and you can see it is now coming, right? So basically this is how it is going to work. So now I have to make this close button functional basically. Okay, so for that thing, here is a close button, right? So I will simply add a on click. Okay, and I will add a arrow function, and in this arrow function what I will do here is I will set the menu open to close, false, or you can say close. Okay, so done. Now this cross bar will also work. On cross it is working, right? But open is not present because we are having that in the Navbar. So I will add that, and the same functionality we will perform this thing. One more thing, this crossbar is not padded actually. So let's do one thing, let's give a padding. So for flex, let me see. Okay, so instead of logo I will add with 100% and flex, and now you can see it is coming. And also for logo I will add this one, but okay, justify content, instead of center I will make it space between. Now I think it should work. Okay, and let us add some padding. Padding I will give 12 pixel by 0 pixel. Let's see, sorry, in this direction I have to give, so I will give it 0, and 12. Then though its width can't be 100. Okay, now it is coming perfectly fine, right? So I have removed the width. It's justify contain a space between, so it will be adding the space, and the things are going to be perfect, right? So I think that this is now pretty much similar what you are seeing, exactly the same thing. Okay, so let us do one thing. The logo text here is in all caps, so I will also add here all caps. Okay, now it is exactly the same. Okay, you can see exact same functionality. Now this color is being a little bit dark, so let us fix that one. For HR text secondary plus 50 you can add. Now it is same, I guess. Yeah, same. Okay, perfect. And also in the upload button, the icon is different. We can change this icon and we can make it cloud upload around it. Now I guess the similar icon has come, right? So this is like pretty much similar. We have created our menu bar, right? Now it's time for, let's close this. Now it's time for creating our navbar. Okay, so let us close this one, and I will create a new component, name it as navbar.jsx, right? Okay, navbar, and now I will call that inside our frame with pod stream. So pod stream for of now is basically like our screen. So now let's just add the navbar, right? Okay, so now let us try to understand, like through navbar we are having three things. One is so we are having our menu bar open or not, so I will pass that one basically. So I will pass these two things, okay, through our navbar. Done. Now we can start working with our navbar. Okay, so you can see our navbar is like this, right? So first thing that comes out here is in navbar, we will rename this div with, you can say, navbar div. Okay, perfect. We will create the style component, const navbar div equal to styled.div. Okay, so we have to import the style, so I've imported that one. Now in this, okay, so now in this div, let us make some features. So I will give some style, right? So first thing will be its display is flex. You can see here all are arranged in flex direction. So I will simply write display flex, then I will justify its content, space between. As you can see here, it is like spreaded, so I will do justify content, space between. I will give it with 100%, right? And I will give a padding, say 16 pixel by 40 pixel. Okay, and I will align items center. So I think like these are pretty much things that we need for this. And let us do one thing. Let us change the background color, or you can say the color for this. So I will add a color, sorry, let us just add a color and a background color, right? So I have copied that and pasted that. So background color I have given theme.bg and this one. And let us add a box shadow so that it will be like visible, and I will add some border radius and blur radius. So I am simply copy pasting this thing. You can paste this one. Okay, so we are having a box shadow and backdrop filter and this thing. So if you reload, let's see how is it coming. Okay, so till this thing comes, let us see like what are our navbar items. So in navbar basically we are having three things, that is one profile, this one, or you can say logout button. If you simply let us do logout for of now. So in Navbar we are having a login logout button and a menu bar. Okay, so let us do that thing. We are having only two things, so let us try to add these two things. So I will be having a icon button, so menu icon. It will be coming from the same MUI icons. So I will do one thing, I will simply like copy paste this thing. So menu icon, and I need a button, login button, so I will give a button div login, and I will create the style component const button div. Okay, done, right? So let me see why it is not working. It is taking a little bit of time. It's compiling. Let me do one thing. Let me reload this one. npm start. I've done this one. Let's just wait and see if it reloads. Till that time, let us create this button, login button. So login button, you can see basically what we have in login button is the text color will be primary. We are having an icon, so here let us add an icon that is person rounded, right? Person rounded, and the login text is present. Okay, so now let's just create this button. So button, let us do one thing. First will be font size 14 pixel. We have the font size 14 pixel. Cursor will be pointer. Then we have its text decoration. I don't want, so it will be text decoration none. I will give it a max width of 70 pixels, not more than that. Okay, and I will align. Let us see if it is compiled. So it is showing some errors. Okay, menu icon is not present, right? So I think it is menu. Okay, menu, this one. Okay, let's just reload now and let's see if it works. Yeah, so now I guess it is working. So I am having this menu item. Okay, let's just do one thing. I don't need this border radius. I will remove this one. Okay, and BG background is BG. This one's background, I guess it is not BG, it is BG light only, I guess. So I will make it BG light. Perfect, right? And login text and this thing is not coming properly. It is coming. So you can see that screen is being divided, right? But when I make it small, this menu bar is not visible. Okay. Okay, so for this thing, align items, I will give it center. So button div, we are having this icon. Now let us do one thing. If I comment out this thing, login text is not visible. Okay, I got it. So I have to add a color basically. So I will add a color. So the color will be primary, nothing else. The color is going to be primary, and login text is not visible. So for that, let us remove this text decoration and let's just see if it is coming. Okay, it is coming. Okay, so we are having some problem, I guess, with this with 100%. Okay, no issue. I will fix this. So first of all, let us give it a border radius. Border, I will give 1 pixel solid, and the same color will be primary. Done. So it is having a border, but it is going out, right? So that thing I have to fix. So menu, navbar, okay. Padding, I will remove this for now. Let us see. Okay, this is now coming. So I will remove this with 100%. Now I guess this should fit. Yeah, so now you can see because of the padding I was having that issue, so I have removed that one. Okay, now we are having our button, so let's just modify this button. So I will give it a border radius. I will give it say 4 pixel. Let's see if it is fine, or you can give it a 6 pixel. Okay, a line item I have given it center, but to work I will give display flex. Okay, so yeah, and now I will give it a padding, basically padding of say 8 pixel by 10 pixel. This should work fine. Okay, now it is working or looking absolutely fine, like our pod stream. So its border radius is a little bit more, so we can increase that one. We can make it 8, or you can say 12. I guess it is 12. Okay, perfect, 12. And I will give it a gap, so it will be separated, the icon and the text. Say gap will be 8 pixel. Should work fine. Yeah, perfect, right? So I guess now it is working perfectly fine. So the next thing that comes out here is this functionality of this. But one thing that you can see here is this is the icon button, so we have to wrap this one with the icon button, so it is clickable. So it will be clickable. So icon button, I have wrapped this one with icon button. And we have to make some modification. So what I will do here is I will rename this thing with ico button. Okay, so we are creating a new component here, const ico button, which is a styled icon button. Okay, so here I have to make some modifications. Let us see. I have to change the color basically, and I have to make it important. So we can do inline CSS also, but I have made this one text secondary, and now it is like perfect, working perfectly. So this is now perfect. I will remove this padding with 40 pixel to say 20 pixel. Okay, so let us do one thing for padding for big screen, and let us add a media and media query, and make its padding small, only 16 pixel. Yeah, now it is perfect, right? So now as you can see that we are having our login button and this button. This is clickable but not functionable, and a login, this one, right? Exactly similar to this, right? So let's just do one thing first. Let us make this bar, this button functionable. So what I will do here is I will do one thing. I will add a on click. I will same thing in arrow function, and in this arrow function I will set. Okay, so first of all let us pass this thing menu open and set menu open, right? Navbar, in this navbar we are getting two things, set menu open and menu open. Okay, so what I will do here is set menu open. I will do the same thing, not menu open, or you can do one thing, instead of not menu open you can do one thing, true. Okay, so that thing also you can do, but I want to make it not menu open, because many case, like say in this case we don't have any cross button, So we have to make this functional, right? So let's reload this one and say in this case this is working. Okay, so in this case it is working, but this case it is not working. So let me see, I have made some mistake, I guess. Yeah, okay, so I got it basically. So what I have done here is, like in sidebar menu I have added only that functionality when our screen size is small, showing and displaying it, right? So one thing we can do here is, like in the app.js we will show the sidebar when the menu is open. If the menu is open, I will simply give a and condition. So when the menu is open, so in that case we are going to show the sidebar menu. So if you now reload, so you will see that let me make the screen big, right? So if we click on this, it is going closed, and if you click on this, it is opening, right? And also, like for small screen size, you can see that there is a cross button, you can close, you can open, right? So our sidebar, menu bar, and this thing is working. So our layout is now almost done, right? So one thing I will do here is, now I will add all these pages. So I will be having 3 pages for of now and many others. So I will add these pages and I will link up with the router basically. Okay, so let's just do with that. Let's just go for that. So I will close all the things, right? For now in the pages, what I will do here is I will add different pages. So first is dashboard page. So dashboard.jsx, I will simply add RAFC. Then I am having a search page, simple RAFC. Right, and dashboard search. Then what else do we have? Let me see. So dashboard search favorite. Okay, so favorite, and some other pages for any podcast. So podcast details. So I will add a podcast details page. And other page, like you can say profile page will be needed. So if the person is logged in, profile.jsx, this capital. So profile.jsx, and any other thing. I don't think, like we are having this 6 pages, 1 2 3 4 5, and we need one more thing, like displaying podcast. So I will add .jsx. Okay, so we are having with all this 6 pages totally. Now the part which comes here is adding all of them here through our routes. So basically, as I told you, so after this navbar, what basically comes here is our pages, right? So this is going to be rendered. So what I will do here is I will add a router. Okay, so router also comes from React router DOM, so you can import that router. Okay, now inside this router we are going to have different routes. Sorry, I made a mistake. So basically we are having routes, right? And inside that we are having different route. So route, and in route we have to pass some basic things like path. So basically which path we are talking about, basically this route belongs to. So first one is dashboard, so it is simple as slash, then I will write exact, then I will give the element. So which element will be rendered basically. So I need dashboard, right? Dashboard. So I have to import that thing also. So let us import and let's just see. Router is not needed. ./pages/dashboard. Perfect. So if we reload this one, route is not defined. Okay, so let us, I think now it is defined. Perfect, right? So you can see now here the dashboard is coming. So we will be having other pages also similarly like this. So I will simply paste 6 of them, 1 2 3 4 5 six pages, right? So let us go with first will be search page. So element will be search, then next will be favorites. So favorites, then what we have is profile, then we have podcast details, and let me see, display podcast is left, right? So for podcast details, our path will be podcast, and I will need the podcast ID. Okay, so basically we have done with our navigation, like sidebar and our top bar, right? So now what we are going to do is, like, we will be starting with the interesting part, that are our pages, right? So here we can see like dashboard text is coming because we have not done anything in any of these pages, right? We are having 6 pages. So like we are going to create this page. Let me make it bigger once. Yeah, so like this. Okay, so we are going to create the dashboard page, then other pages also, right? So let's just try to understand like what is the layout of this whole thing. Okay, so as you can see in the dashboard, what we have is a frame, you can say, that is most popular. So there is a text and there is a show all, and overall of the frame we have a background color. Okay, and inside that we have different podcast cards that are being mapped, right? And the cards have different features, like it displays some of the features, okay, like the image, the title, the description, the creator, and views, right? And also on hover, like whether it is a audio or it is a video, we can see that thing, right? So we are going to build this dashboard basically. So in the dashboard we will create the most popular section and we will create the cards basically. Okay, and also like in clicking on show all, it will take us to the show podcast. Okay, so let's get started with this thing. And similarly, like most popular, we have comedy and news. So if we create one of this, and we can just copy paste, or we can say map the other things, right? Okay, so let me minimize this. Okay, so now let's get started. So basically, as you can see in the layout, what we have is a basic container. Okay, so let's just open our dashboard, and first of all, the basic thing I do, I will rename this, and let us give it a dashboard main. Okay, dashboard main. I will import style components. Okay, then inside this dashboard main, so dashboard main basically means the whole thing which will contain the comedy, news, crime, most popular and all, right? Then inside that thing, what we are going to have here is this most popular, right? The most popular thing. So the most popular part, we can think it of like as a frame or a container. So let me just give it a filter container. I will name it filter container. So if you guys are like thinking any of the design like this and creating like this, so it is much easier of creating any layout, complex to complex layout you can create easily. Okay, like dividing the task and going one by one deeper, right? Okay, so filter container is basically the most popular container. Okay, so inside this filter container, let us just think like what we have. So we have a text that is most popular and a button text show all, right? And you can say like a wrapper which will wrap all the cards that are present, right? So let's just do one thing. For the most popular text, I will name it topic. Like we have different topics like comedy, news and all, so I will simply name it topic. For most popular, I will give most popular text, and most popular text, and there will be a button. So basically on clicking on this button, it takes us to a different page that is basically redirecting us. So we can say we can use a link also, right? That we used in our sidebar actually. Okay, so we can use that thing. So I will simply write a link. We have to import and define all these components and the things that we are importing. So in this link, just we are having a different color, so I will simply create a span and I will write show all. Okay, done. So this thing is done. That is basically our topic, which means this top header part, and we have a wrapper part, right? So for this wrapper, I will simply write, as we are showing podcast, so I will write podcast. Okay, and then let us write hi here. Okay, so let us just start with defining the components, style components. So I will write const dashboard main equal to style.dev, right? Okay, style.dev. So basically, like you can see, like there is a little bit of padding on both the side and on the top, right? So I will first define a padding. So here the error are coming. So first let us do one thing. Let us define all the divs, basically all the containers. So the error will be so the errors will be removed. Dashboard main, then we have filter container, then we'll have topic, then we have span, and the last is podcast. Okay, and we have to import the link. Import link from React router DOM. Done, right? Okay, so if we now reload, so let's see, podcast, most popular, show all, and high is coming. Okay, so now let's just get started with the design part. First is dashboard main. So as I told you, like we are having some padding, so I will just give a padding and say 20 pixels by 30 pixel. Okay, sorry, I made a mistake. Yeah, padding 20 pixel by 30 pixel, right? Then I need a padding bottom after each of the not each, like as the scroll bar will appear, so I need a that thing. I need a padding bottom basically. So I will give a padding bottom of say 200 pixel. This is the extra space I need. Its height will be 100%, and its overflow will be scrolled, right? So for y it will scroll. Okay, and display will be flex. Gap will be say 20 pixel for each of the, like say for each of this most popular, then comedy, crime. Okay, so I will give it a gap of 20 pixel. Then I will make it responsive, so I will just reduce it high padding. Okay, so I have pasted this one, padding. Okay, done. And one more thing that we need here is the flex direction. We have to specify. Done. Flex direction is column, right? So after this, what we have here is filter container, right? So what is a filter container? Basically, if you can see, so in filter container we have the whole background color is different, there are some paddings and the rest of the things, right? So let's just add the style for the filter container. Okay, so in filter container, the first thing that I will add here is display. Its display will be flex, then its flex direction, will be column. Then what else do we need? A background color is needed. Okay, so I have added a background color and a border radius of 10 pixels and a padding of 20 pixel by 30 pixel, right? You can see it is looking similar, the background color is similar, right? Now what we have here is we have different text colors and all, right? Let me do one thing. Filter container is done. So after that, thing that we have here is topic, right? So what is the topic? Topic is the whole header part, like the most popular text is present and this button is present, right? So now let's just style the topic. Okay, yeah, so in topic, first of all I will set the color. I will copy it from here, so it will be only color and its color is going to be text primary. Now you can see its color is being changed. And after that we have a font size, so I will give font size 24 pixel and I need font weight 500. Okay, and what else do we need? Yeah, I need to make it display flex, right? So I will do display flex, and then I need to be like this part to be justify content space between, because I need to be separated. Justify space between. Then what else do we need? Align items, right? So I want both of them to be aligned center. So align item center, and we can make it responsive, like for smaller screen we can reduce the font size basically. So I have added that one, 18 pixel. Okay, so topic is done, but now you can see that this button, that is the link, its size is also big, but here we have a smaller size, right? So let us just do one thing. Let us just update this span. So for this span, what we will do here is I will write display flex, and okay, sorry, I don't need display flex. I want the color to be changed. The color is already text primary. I make it primary. Then I want to change its font size and font weight. I will copy that and I will paste it here. So I need its font size to be 16 pixel and font weight 400. So this will look good. And what else do we need? Okay, so I will also copy this one, this media query, and I will make its font size smaller, say 14 pixel. Okay, done. And this underline is coming, so that we can remove from this inline CSS. So done. And on this link, so basically whenever someone clicks on this link, so where it will be redirecting is slash show podcast slash most popular. Okay, so it will be redirecting here whenever someone will click on this. We have to add a curly brace. Done. Okay, so whenever someone clicks on this, it will take us to most popular page. Its style is now gone. So now the button looks perfect and most popular is also present. It looks exactly similar, right? Only the card is being left. Means the popular card is being left, podcast card is being left. So we are just going to start with the podcast card. I hope that this part is clear. Now for say this one, news, right? So we can, or you can say comedy. What we can do here is we can simply copy paste. Okay, and we can change this to comedy. Show all will take us to comedy, right? Simple, as simple as that. And we can see it is being reflecting here. Now here the cards are not present. I will add that thing. Okay, so let us just create some of the cards. So I will create a new component that is named as podcast card. Podcast card.jsx. Okay, so let's just begin with the podcast card. So if you can see that in this podcast card, what all the things that are present, right? So the first thing, whenever we click on this card, so we are being redirected to another page. So that basically means this podcast card is actually a link that we are using. Okay, so we will wrap it with a link, and then we are having some images, then the title, description, and all this stuff, right? So let's just start with the same procedure with creating it. So first thing, I will rename it with card. Okay, this looks good. Okay, one thing, let us do one thing. Let us import the podcast card, or else we can't see that thing, like what is happening, right? Podcast card, I will import this one, and let us, for of now, let us just write it 2-3 times here also. Okay, done. So I have not yet designed the podcast wrapper. Let us just start with the podcast card, then we will do that thing. Okay, so now the card is not defined, the error is coming. Okay, no issue. We are going to add the style components, right? So basically inside this card, what we are going to have here is, if you can see, so there is a top portion, the image, and the favorite icon will be present, and then the rest of the section, right? So let us just divide into 2 parts. So first I will write top. Okay, then in the top part we are having 2 things, that is the image and the favorite icon, right? So I will name this thing card image. Card image, that is basically an image, and we are having a favorite icon. Okay, MUI icon, basically favorite icon. The next part after this top that is present here is basically, you can say, the card information. Okay, so I will just simply name it card information. Okay, so now in the card information, it is again 2 parts, the title, description, that is the main part, and the author, or say the uploader, or and the views, right? So let us just divide into 2 parts. So I will write main info. Okay, and we are having so for main info, we are being dividing the main info. So what are the things that we have? Title, then we have description. Okay, title, description. Then the next thing that we have here is creators info, basically this thing. I will name it creators info. Now in this creators info we have again two things, that is this creator and the views, right? So what thing we can do here is we can write creator, and in creator we are having two things, one avatar and the name, right? So I will simply write avatar and that is creator name, say Rishabh. Title, let us do one thing. Let me copy the title and I will paste it here, title and description. Okay, so title, then the description. Okay, title description is done. For avatar I will give a name, suppose R, then creator's name. Okay, so the creator part is done, and after the creator we have a views. So I will write views and say 12 views, right? So I will just paste it, 12 views. Okay, so we are having this info for of now in the card, right? And we have this play button basically, right? So that thing I will show you. Let us just first make this card part. Okay, so let us the basic thing. I will do one thing. I will import styled from style components. Done. Now let us first define all the things that we have made. So card equals to style.div, and I will paste it few many times. So the first one is card, then there is top, then the next thing is card image, favorite icon is a MUI icon. So after that there is a card information, and after that there is main info. After that I guess there is title, then there is description, then there is creators info, then there are creator, avatar, creator name. So creator, avatar is also MUI, then creator name, and views. Yeah, so that's it. So we have covered all of this. Now avatar and the favorite icon we have to import. So let's just do the thing. I will import avatar. So one thing I can do is I can simply paste that thing. So I will paste it, avatar, and the next thing that we have here is the icon, right? So we need MUI icon and favorite icon. So first I will import icon button, because we will wrap the thing with the icon button, it will look good then, and favorite icon. So let us just do that thing. I will so let us do one thing. In the favorite icon I will wrap with favorite, and this favorite is going to be, let me do that one, favorite icon button, right? Done. Okay, so we are done basically. Favorite is already defined, I don't need it. Okay, so now let's just see the whole thing, how it is coming. Okay, so for of now you can see this thing is a blunder basically. We have all the things, favorite icon is present, icon button is also wrapped, have wrapped that one, the text is present, right? Views and all. One more thing, let us do one thing, let us copy the image also, so that this thing will be visible to us. So let me paste the image also. So card image, I have pasted this. You can take any of the image link and you can paste it here. So basically card image, yeah, so instead of dev it will be img. Okay, so done. So you can see that card image is coming here, the favorite icon is coming. So what thing we have to do is we have to style the whole process, means the whole card actually, right? So let's just go through it one by one. So first thing, card, let's just get started. So in card we have to make the card, basically you can see that there is a floating button, right? So we have to make the card position relative. So let us start with this. Position relative, then let me do one thing, let me copy and paste the whole thing, or else it will be taking a lot of time because the CSS is a lot and the whole process, the whole complete thing is going to be a big video. So I am just pasting this thing and I will just explain the whole thing, what I have done, right? So see this thing, I have made the position relative. Okay, so text decoration I have given none, background color I have set for the cards, then max width I have given, height I have given, display I have given, flex direction I have given, justify content, aligning items, padding I have given, border radius, a box shadow and a simple hover effect. Okay, so that has been given. So next thing that I have here is the top. So for this top also it is very simple. So if you can see in the top we are having an image card, right? So I will just paste again the same the thing for the top. So basically display flex, justify content, center, I will align them in center, then a height, position relative. Now we have to fix these images basically, right? So let us just fix this image first of all. So for the card image, let me paste the CSS. Okay, so I have given an object fit, so it will cover the whole image. Then I have given a width of 220 pixel maximum, then a height and a border radius, box shadow, hover text and all, right? So this is very simple. Now what we have to fix here is basically this icon should come at the top of this card, right? So you can see it is coming at the top of this image. Okay, so that thing we have to fix basically. So we can just do that thing very simply. So for that we have the favorite, that is the icon button, right? Okay, so for this icon button also I will do the same thing. I will simply paste the whole thing. Okay, so let us just now go through it. So you can see it has came at the top now. So its color is white, top I have given 8 pixel. Okay, so basically the card I have made position relative, so for this purpose. So you can see now favorite top 8, right 6, so it is being aligned. Then I have given a padding, then I have given some border radius, Z index at the top, display flex, aligning center. I have given a background color, then color white, position absolute, backdrop filter blur and all these things. Okay, so basically let me tell you one thing, that if you want the code you can get it on my GitHub. I will paste the link, so you can just route to all the folder structure and you can check the code if you need it, right? So I am pasting basically to make you make the video a little bit fast, or else it will take a lot of time, right? So in the starting part I have explained the whole thing, layout, how you create and all. So I think it is understandable, like how the thing's working. Okay, so till the image and this thing is done. So the next part that we are going to move here with is the title part and this part, right? So card information, right? So again for the card information we will have very simple thing. We don't have much thing in card information. So it is a container, so I will make it display flex, aligning items, I will align the items, and then I will have a font weight, then a padding and a width, right? So this is done. After that it comes here is main info. So main info basically means again a wrapper, so it's displays flex with 100%, flex direction column, justify content, flex start. Okay, and I have given a gap. Okay, done. The next thing that comes out here is the title, okay, and description. So title and description is a little bit tricky part. As you can see, for title what I have done here is I have given its overflow hidden 2 times. Okay, overflow hidden, and display WebKit box, max with 100%. this thing, all this line is given. See, if the line increases by 2, then it will show 3 dots, like more text are present, like that. So let us say like this. So you can see let me add some more things in the title. So you will see that after the 2 lines it is showing 3 dots, right, basically. So how it doesn't matter like how long the title is, but it will extend up to 2 lines and the rest it will like show like that. Okay, so now I am deleting this thing so it is understandable. Same thing I will do it for description also. So where is the description? Okay, so same thing for description. I will paste it. I will have overflow hidden and all these things, the same thing that are present, same thing. And color I have give text secondary, so to make it little bit light, right? Okay, so description is done. Okay, so now it comes for creators info basically. Okay, so for creators info we will wrap it basically. So same thing, very simple, display flex align item center. So I have made a display flex of the views and the creator. Okay, and I have made a gap and given a margin top to separate it from the title and that thing, right? Okay, so done. Now the next thing that comes out here is creator. So for creator what we can do here is let me write the code. So I will simply again do it display flex. Okay, display will be flex gap I will give it say 4 pixel. Okay, then align items center. Let us just increase the gap little bit, let us give it 8 pixel. Okay, now it looks good. So creator is done. Then creator name. So creator name I will make it little bit small. I will decrease the font size and the same CSS like overflow hidden, white space and all this, and I will even text secondary. Done. And for views also like the same thing goes for views. So let me just paste that. Okay, done. So for views is also it's same, views is also done. Now let us see the difference. Like here the icon button is little bit small, here it is coming little bit bigger, right? So let us just fix that thing. So let me see favorite. Okay, so let us do one thing. Let us set the favorite icon color little bit. Okay, so in favorite icon we can have a simple color, and I have made it little bit small with an height small, right? So it is now coming perfectly. Okay, and we have to also decrease the avatar size basically. So I can have an inline CSS for the avatar, and we can like say, where is the avatar? Yeah, avatar. Okay, so we have made it small, so now it is looking perfect actually. Done. So I guess now the whole card is being designed fully. So you can see it is looking exactly the similar instead of this button, right? So we have to create this button and the rest of the things are similar. Okay, so now the next part is the button, right? The hover button. So let us do one thing. Yeah, after this card information, so first thing that we have to do here is I have to wrap this both card information and top in a div. Okay, so I have wrapped it in a div, and after this div we can have a play icon, that is a play arrow. Or you can say headphone icon, that is basically a MUI icon. Okay, so we will give it here like a condition basically. So like if it is a video, then we will have a play arrow icon. If it is a audio, then we will have headphone icons, right? So I have made a simple condition, but this is not working because I have to change this one dynamically like from backend. So I have made a simple condition for of now to explain you, right? So now let's just create this play icon and the rest of the things, right? So play icon also I will paste the CSS basically. So at the top I have to paste the play icon. Okay, so you can see play icon, style div, padding, and all this backdrop filter, top 45, right 10. Okay, so you can just see and go through this code, CSS code, to get into it like how it is working. Okay, and I have added the 2 icons, that is headphone and arrow icon. Okay, so now if I reload this one, there is one error. I have to make this one play icon. Okay, now I guess it should work. Okay, let's see. Okay, now on hover it is not being displayed, right? So by default I have made its display none. Here you can see display none. Now what I want is on this hover, like whenever the card is going to be hovered, on that case I want to display that, right? So I can do simply hover and I will show the play icon. So this play icon is basically the style that is present, right? So on hover for this play icon, what I want to do here is I want to make the display flex basically, right? So what this line means, like whenever I am hovering this card, so for this play icon I want to make the display flex. So you can see now whenever I will hover, this play icon is visible, right? So our card is now fully completed. Basically the card designing part is fully completed. Okay, now we are left with other things that we are going to see is our dashboard basically. So in dashboard we have to maintain, or you can say we have to make this podcast wrapper perfect, right? So for dashboard, like in podcast wrapper, let us see. Yeah, what we can do here is I will make it display flex, then I will make it flex wrap. Okay, flex wrap. So now it is coming side by side. Then I have wrapped this one, then I will give a gap for each of them. Now we don't have any gap between them, so I will give a gap. So say 14 pixel gap is there, and now it is visible. And we need a padding also, say padding 18 pixel by 6 pixel. Okay, and what we need here is whenever, like say to make it responsive, we need to do one thing. We have to add this one, like we have to justify the whole thing center basically, like max width if it is under 550. Okay, so this thing is done. Now if we increase the screen, you can see most popular and this thing is coming like as we have in our pod stream. Okay, but now for now the card value are static, but we will update that one once the backend is completed. And whenever we minimize the screen size, you can see the podcasts are making some issues. So let's just see this one, right, why it is happening. Okay, its height is 100%, and this thing displays also flex. All the things are perfect. Okay, so I think I have to make its overflow exceedent, overflow x. Overflow access. Let us do one thing. For of now, let us for podcast, let me do one thing with okay, with 100%. It's not working. So this card is basically not it is like not working because we have to fix this one. I have made this error, so it will be flex wrapper. So I made a spelling mistake basically. So now you can see like now they are being aligned. Now as you increase the this thing, it is gradually going to set the cards accordingly, and if you minimize, it is going to set it at the center, right? So now basically you can see our dashboard is completed basically, right? So dashboard, we are having the similar things. We have login button, then different categories, right? But now it is hard coded. We will start with the backend also, right? So now we are having some other pages basically, like search bar, favorite, right? So we are having 2 pages for of now. Let's just get started with the favorites basically first. So in the favorites, let's see what is present. So if you visit to favorites, there is empty, right? Nothing is present. So the same thing, we will do it like container. So here let us go to favorite ones. Okay, so first we have to log in. Okay, no issue. So you can see I have logged in. Now if I visit the favorite part, so yeah, so favorite page, same thing, we are having the cards and a simple favorite text, right? So we don't have much. So I am having a container, then inside that, as I did, I will write same thing, topic. Okay, and in topic, what is it? Favorites. And after that, we will have a container to wrap this all the cards. So I will write favorite container, and inside that we will be having podcast card. Okay, say for of now let us add 2-3 cards. Okay, so this is basically the favorites page. So let us import the style components. Okay, now let's just create them one by one. First is a container. Done. And let's just copy paste them. Container, then we have topic, and then the last one, favorites container. Done. So now let's just let us style them. So if we reload this one and let us go to favorites page. Okay, so there are podcast card. We have to make the design little bit, so it will be done then. Okay, so first of all I will give a padding, say 20 pixel by 30 pixel. Then I need a padding bottom again. (200 pixel). Then I need a height of 100, height 100%. Overflow, the same thing. Basically you can do one thing, you can copy it from here, overflow by display and all these things. You can copy it simply and I will just paste it, the same thing I have. Okay, but I don't need this one, so it is done. Okay, now next thing that we have here is topic. So basically you can again you can copy it from here, the topic. What do we have? We can simply copy that and we will paste that. So now you can see favorites is coming, and the favorite container is left, right? So again you can just copy the podcast, this one, the same thing is there. So I will just simply write. Okay, done. Now you can see it is being aligned, but little bit of changes. I don't need it. Width to be 100%. Display will be flex tab, gap 14, padding this one, and yeah, rest is same. So you can see here also, in this case it is looking similar, here also it is looking similar, right? So favorite page is also done. Again this card will be dynamically filtered and being shown from the backend, but of now I am doing hard coded, right? Okay, so favorite page is done, dashboard page is done. Next is the search page that we are going to start with, right? Okay, so for search page, let us see. If I go to search page, okay, so there is a search bar and some of the cards. Okay, so I guess this video is already have been like pretty much long, more than 2 hours. I am thinking like creating a next part for the front end where I will be creating the search page, right? And basically this search feature for searching anything. Okay, searching anything, right? And the upload feature means upload form, and the sign in form that we have. Okay, and the profile page. So I will create in the next part because this part has already been like pretty much long. So stay tuned for the next part, and in the next part we are going to complete the full front end, and then we are going to move to backend. Then we will do the complete backend in one video, like it will be like 2 hours long. We will going to complete the full backend of this whole pod stream application, and in the third video, like say it is going to be like 1.5 hours. In that video we are going to integrate the backend with the front end, and we are going to deploy this whole application. Okay, so I hope like you guys will be enjoying this whole process. Like it is going to be a next 3 videos where we are going to complete the whole process. So stay tuned for that. I hope that I will bring the videos as soon as possible. I go through a tough schedule actually, so my videos come a little bit of late and delayed, but I try to bring like content that are going to help you. So for that you can like subscribe my channel and like my videos. Soon we are going to hit 10k subscribers in our channel, and till then, bye bye, have a great day, and learn, do hustle, and try to do hard work, right? So that's all from my side for today. So see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, see you, have a great day.